What is up, guys? It's Miggy, Miggy, and we're back at it again with another episode of Game and Gab. This episode is a bit different. This is, as you guys could see, right? If you guys are watching the video or you guys are just listening, this is my game rotation coming 2026. These are the titles I will continue to play come the new year. So I'm gonna be listing down 5 games. Some of them I've talked about in previous episodes, so if you haven't checked those out, feel free to check them out. And some of them are some of my comfort games, or these are the games I usually play or I end up defaulting to when I want to play a game. So let's talk flow. I broke this list down into 3 sections, and that's how we're gonna take it. We're gonna take 3 sections. We're gonna have 5 games. So there's gonna be 2 games in the first one, 2 games on the second titles, and one for the last one. So without further ado, let's get into it. First category is what I'd like to call MOBA Madness. So if you guys are not yet in the know, or if you guys haven't been an avid viewer or watcher or listener, I am a big fan, a huge fan of MOBA games. So these are your multiplayer online battle arena games, likes of which are found on PC, mobile, or I believe there are some on console as well. So this is my first branch or first category, because honestly, I got my start in esports in MOBA. It's what actually drew me into esports. So that's why it holds a special place in my heart. And let's go. First one I want to talk about, the game I will still be playing in come 2026 would be Mobile Legends Bang Bang, the top mobile MOBA. So if you guys are looking for something quick and easy and competitive, I say give Mobile Legends a try. So it's a 5v5, 3 lanes, and a lot of people play it here in Southeast Asia, specifically in the Philippines. It is, as far as I know, the number one mobile MOBA here in the Philippines. And if you're into a lot of team play, a lot of learning, because a lot of people when they play this game, they think, oh, it's a mobile game, it's quick to pick up. But then I'd say it is quick to pick up, it's easy to pick up. But if you want to get better, if you want to get good, you really have to invest the time in and effort to learn the game as it is. So this is going to be in my rotation come 2026 because of that. So it's a fun game to pick up. A lot of my friends play it. And I am also the coach of a collegiate team here in the Philippines. And that is why I will still be playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang. So I recommend you guys to check it out, because if you guys are Filipino, it's already a given. But if you want to scratch that MOBA itch, especially when you're away from your setup, Mobile Legends Bang Bang is the go-to. If people compare it to a lot of the other games, a lot of MOBA games, they say it's a copy of this, a copy of that, or it's just a dumbed down version of this. Honestly, you guys have to put the hours in to really understand and enjoy Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Because once skin deep, they are all the same. But once you get deeper into the nitty gritty, the deep dive of all the stuff, all the mechanics of the game, you will understand why Mobile Legends is still believed to be the top mobile MOBA. So, yeah, this is why it's still gonna be in my rotation. Number one, it's my job. Number two, it's fun to play. And number three, it's very popular. And I suggest you guys give it a try or give it a shot. Next up, of course, where we started, our roots. We're talking Dota 2, the sweaty PC MOBA that's fun with friends. I know it's a very contradictory statement. It's a try-hard or sweaty PC MOBA, but it's fun with friends. The running joke online is that, if you play Dota, you hate yourself. But it's it's somewhat true because who in their right mind would be playing a game for that could last over an hour just to end up losing. So it really wrecks your mental, but then it also builds it up because again, if you could go through that and still find yourself fighting and trying to play one more game, it just goes to show how much mental fortitude you have. So Dota. Dota 2, the mother of all MOBAs, I'd say it is the root, it is the base. This is where all the structure of most MOBAs now come from. And yeah, so why is it in my 2026 list? Honestly, I found myself quitting and returning back and forth. I have a love-hate relationship with Dota 2, and it goes to show with if you guys have played me, if you guys have seen me play, it's a lot because it takes a toll on you, especially if you don't have the time for it. You're playing in and out casually, but you're going up against Smurfs, you're going up against tryhards, and it really takes a toll on you, especially if you just come from work and you're really tired. But I recently got back into it because my friends got back into it, and that's why it's an enjoyable game if you're playing it with your friends. So as I mentioned with Mobile Legends, you get to play it, you get to enjoy. There's so much depth to this game. That's why it takes an hour to play. It's hard to get into, but once you're in it, you're more or less drawn to it. You're stuck to it. You're gonna look for it when every single time. Like a lot of people who've tried it, a lot of my friends, a bunch of my friends have just gotten into Dota recently, and they'd be like, "Man, you guys make it sound so scary to play this, or it's so hard to play." But then when they start when they've actually started playing it, they'd be like, "Oh, when's our next Dota session? When's our next ranked games? When are we gonna play next time?" That's the thing about it is, yeah, it's sweaty. It's hard to get into. You want to cry. You want to do. You enjoy yourself when the highs are highs and the lows are low. But as long as you have good vibe friends, Dota 2 is a very fun game, and I think that's why I'm gonna keep keeping it in my. I will be keeping it in my rotation. Is because number one, the esports scene has gotten livelier. It's more alive than and well more than ever, especially with the new changes and people have adjusted to the new systems. So esports has been very big, and it's just been fun. Like when I started playing it, for the most times, a lot of my friends quit. I was solo queuing. It just takes a toll on you. It hurt. It's a lot heavier, especially when you're just getting trash talked by randos. You're just not performing your best way, and you're basically playing a game for an hour in quiet. That's why I mentioned that's fun with friends because my friends got back into it. I got back into it. The experience has been more enjoyable, and I made new friends along the way. And it's just a constant learning process because the game is always changing. People are finding new ways to play heroes or new win conditions to play around. And that's why I think Dota 2 is there, especially if you're very much into the stats and the analytics of things of MOBA games. It's gonna tickle your brain chemistry or affect your brain chemistries when you start playing Dota 2. So yeah, that would be my thoughts on Dota 2 and why I'm gonna be keeping it in my rotation. So again, MOBA Madness, my two games are gonna be Mobile Legends Bang Bang, the top mobile MOBA, and of course Dota 2, the sweaty PC MOBA that's emphasis on fun with friends. So those are my MOBA Madness games. Moving on to the next one, the Auto Battler Binge. So when you're talking about MOBAs, you're gonna talk. It's a mod. MOBA started out as a mod from a main game, an RTS game, and then it found its roots in a certain gameplay. So from an RTS mod, MOBA came to be, and then from MOBAs, there goes auto battlers or auto chess. So if you guys are are in the know, Auto Chess was a mod from Dota, and it just opened up a new genre of gameplay or a new genre of video games called Auto Battlers. And with Auto Battlers, it's basically more of a TCG, a trading card game, or a strategy game. It's not as mechanically heavy as RTSs are, and it's not as deep as MOBAs. But Auto Battlers have a near and dear place in my heart because I am a trading card game player, and this really works. It really affects or makes you enjoy the strategy of gameplay. So with that, I have two titles. The first one being Magic Chess Go Go, a competitive mobile auto battler. So this is basically a an auto chess or auto battler with the Mobile Legends Bang Bang IP. So why should you play this game? Because there are many other competitive auto battlers. Number one, it's mobile, so you can play it on the go. Yes, I know some of the other games have mobile ports as well, or mobile auto battlers have ports as well. But the thing about Magic Chess Go Go is how much support it gets. So the esports scene is actually just growing, but you can see that a lot of the companies, a lot of the tournament organizers are putting in a lot of effort. They're investing a lot of resources to make Magic Chess Go Go a very competitive esports scene. So that's one. So if you want to get visible, if you want visibility, if you want to break into the esports scene, and you feel like you're really good at the game, Magic Chess Go Go is the go-to. Next up is gameplay. I'm gonna be keeping this in my rotation because of how unique the systems are. So every season, there's a new there are new synergies that are played, new heroes are introduced, new gameplays introduced, and though it's from one season to another, the changes are huge. So you're basically playing the same game on paper, but you will never get bored because of how much RNG there is. So yes, there's a tier list or a meta for which synergies to play, but sometimes you don't get to play those meta synergies. But it doesn't mean that you are left in the dust or you're not gonna be winning that round or that match. With Magic Chess Go Go, a lot of strategy is in play, a lot of meta. So before the game starts, you have to consider placements, you have to consider itemization, and there are other randomness involved, such as cards. And if you get to the competitive scene, there's bannings, so you can't always use the same heroes or your units. I forget what they're called, but there's a banning system as well, and that is what makes Magic Chess Go Go a very competitive mobile auto battler. Though be warned, I guess games are not as fast as they are. Yes, it is a mobile game. Yes, it will not take an hour, but it takes a significant chunk of time. But the thing is, you could be playing this on the side. So while I don't promote it, but if you're working or if you have free time during work, you could play and drop a game to pass the time. That's how convenient and quick Magic Chess Go Go is. So why am I keeping it in my rotation? It's basically I heard the set was fun and I got to try it myself. I heard that it's getting a lot of support. So if it gets more support, if it gets a lot of support, it means the developers are going to invest a lot more time into making the game better, which is a very big plus. And it's just an easy game to pick up. Once you get the synergies, once you get it, it's easy to steamroll through the content, and that's why it's very fun. And it's a good game to pass the time, basically. That is why I put Magic Chess Go Go as one of the games I will still be playing come 2026. Next up, the game that actually got me back into the auto battler genre, Once Upon a Galaxy, a quick and easy 5-minute auto battler. If you guys are into Magic the Gathering or trading card games, this is by one of the biggest icons in the Magic the Gathering competitive scene, I believe. I'm not sure if he's retired, but if you guys know him, he's Luis Scott Vargas. He's one of the developers, or he's one of the people who helped make this game. So basically, Once Upon a Galaxy is a trading card game inspired auto battler. So you draft among cards, you play with other people. I'm not sure if it's I believe they're AI or automated bots, not really AI. But the thing about the game is you can play it on your own time. What do I mean by that? There are no timers. Basically, you can pick it up, you can think about your movements or think about your picks, and then press play. There's no there's a ladder, there's ranks, but there's no required or there's no time pressure. And if you understand the game very well, you don't even have to read the card descriptions. And that's why I've timed it myself, I played it myself, I timed myself. If you know what to play, chances are it's a 5 minute auto battler game or 5 minute game. So if you're really looking to pass the time, waiting for the bus, waiting for the train, waiting for your car, this is the game to play because it's very passive. It's 5 minutes. You play it at your own pace, and this is what brought. I mentioned that it brought me back to the auto battler genre, or it brought me back to playing auto battlers. It's because of that. I really like the tempo and the synergies this game plays around. It not in your face, but if you played Magic and you like exploring and trying out experimenting new builds, this game will let you play. This game will give you that experience because they have synergies. They have unit identities. I forgot what they're called in Magic, but you can basically create your own build. You're creating your own deck, and then you're facing someone else's deck. And there's still RNG involved because you can't control which units hit what units, but you can control your placement of your units. And that's what's fun about this game. So why am I going to be playing this in 2026? Basically, it's easy to pick up. It's if I want to pass a short amount of time, this is the game I play. And I can do it at my own pace. I don't have to be pressured by other people I'm playing against because there's a timer running down. It's no problem. And that's why this is 2026 Auto Battler go to if you're looking for something to play for 5 minutes or just to pass the time. So again, for my Auto Battler binge, if I want to go competitive, I feel like if I have the time to be playing one round, I would be playing Magic Chess Go Go because it is a competitive esports title, and it is being supported, and people are investing the efforts to make this esports scene bigger. And my second one is if I'm looking for something more casual, I don't want to use my brain too much, I need a quick game fix. That is Once Upon a Galaxy, my 5 minute auto battler. And those are my titles so far. Let's go back. Recap. MOBA Madness would be Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Dota 2. Auto Battler Binge would be Magic Chess Go Go. And Once Upon a Galaxy. And last but certainly not the least, the Casual Grind. So that one title in this whole game, this last title in this whole game's list, the Casual Grind is a game I recently picked up. It is something that brought me into gaming, not just esports. It reminds me of a game that brought me into gaming, the game that gave me my first ever gaming experience, and that would be Spirit Vale, the old school MMORPG with potential. So Spirit Vale it is heavily inspired by Ragnarok Online, which happens to be my first ever MMORPG. This is what I'd say made me call myself a gamer, I'd say, because that was the first time I was actually interacting with people online. So Spirit Vale is an MMORPG heavily inspired by Ragnarok Online. So there's no quest lines, maybe because it's in playtest or early playtest, but it's no quest lines. It's just about the grind. It's just about getting your items better, and it's all about the end game. So why should you play this? Honestly, if you're an old school MMORPG fan, If you played other titles such as WoW, uh, RuneScape, EverQuest, whatever, this is the game for you, especially with the appearance of nostalgia or vanilla WoW, old school Ragnarok. A lot of a lot of old MMORPGs are being brought back, but not really improved. They don't have new quality of life additions or anything. They just give you, this is the old version of the game. Play it if you want to. Versus this one's like, this is inspired by an old school MMORPG, but we improved it with quality of life. The gameplay is very much attuned to RO, but they did a bit of quality of life there wherein you could actually check the items the enemies drop, the monsters drop. Movement is a lot smoother. A lot clicking the buttons feels a lot more buttery smooth. It doesn't feel as clunky, it doesn't feel as heavy. And why will I still be playing this in 2026? Honestly, it's because of that. I love RO, but it's so dated. So when I found out about Spirit Vale, I gave it a shot. I enjoyed the grind. It really made me feel that they optimized and made sure that the experience for every class feels the same. Unlike before, wherein, okay, you're playing a priest, you're not going to be able to farm as quickly, you need a party. Versus here, if you play any hero, any character, any class, any job, you get to enjoy the experience. You don't feel like, I can't play this, I don't want to play this because farming is going to be hard. And that's why I called it the casual grind. Spirit Vale is an easy to pick up MMORPG. There are no dailies, so it doesn't force you to play the game. You can play it at your own pace, and that's why I got into it. I felt like I had a bit more free time, and I was just standing idle. I didn't want to use my brain too much for MOBAs, auto battlers. I decided, why not just mindlessly grind for items or grind for levels on Spirit Vale? And I believe that's why it's still gonna be a game I'm gonna be playing in come 2026 because hopefully, there are new classes. The developers brought out a timeline. There are gonna be new classes, and it's gonna be a overall fun experience. Especially if I just want something to chill with, a game I want to play just to press buttons, just to see numbers, just to farm. So I'm making progress, but it's not forced. I'm not being forced or pressured to play the game, but it's a nice game to play. So that's why Spirit Vale is gonna be still in my game 2026 game rotation. And that is why that is the casual grind. So going back, the games that I will be playing are for Madness because I am a mobile lover. Mobile Legends Bang Bang for mobile and on the go gaming. Dota 2 if I want to play something sweaty but fun with friends. The Auto Battler Binge if I want to go competitive, there's Magic Chess Go Go. And if I want to chill, there's Once Upon a Galaxy, a 5-minute auto battler. And of course, if I don't want to be playing anything that requires too much brain power, the casual grind is there, Spirit Vale, the old school MMORPG with potential. So if any of the devs are watching this, hopefully you guys keep doing what you're doing, and these will be the games in my rotation come 2026. There might be more coming, but of course, we have to wait till 2026 to get there. And with that being said, what about you guys? What are your games coming 2026? What are the games you're playing now? And what are that you still will be playing in 2026? I want to hear from you guys. Chat it in a comment. And again, this is Miggy, Miggy, an episode of Game Gab as we wrapped up 2025 and the games we will still be playing in 2026. If you guys like this type of content, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links in the bio. I'll catch you guys next time.